Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, I got XRP here on the daily, and right now we're seeing one XRP going for about $2.57 per coin. We did see a bit of a drop yesterday. Here, if I throw this on the hourly, you guys can see there was a market move, significant move to the downside, but it wasn't just for XRP. We did see it with Bitcoin. Actually, the move for Bitcoin was quite large here. We are now finally rebounding. Guys, this happened about 12 hours ago. It wasn't just for Bitcoin, but for many of the top cryptocurrencies like Solana. We did see a bit of a dip here for Solana as well. BNB coin also got hit. You guys can see that there for BNB coin. But one of the coins that got hit the hardest was Ethereum. And guys, there is a reason for this. So we're going to get into that today. Fear is back at 38, and for good reason. Bitcoin dominance still holding on at 60%. Look at the market cap, though, and the volume. That just kind of fell off a cliff. Here, if you guys are looking at the screen, you can see most coins are down over the last 24 hours, but not by as much as I thought they would be. Considering this just happened, guys, a few hours ago, ByBit was officially hacked, and Gotham here saying the ByBit hack is officially the largest in crypto history. $1.6 billion plus was stolen and counting, so they're still looking into it at the moment. That's 16% of all previous crypto hacks combined. And Nick also noticing something interesting. Am I the only one who finds it very odd that every single time that we are about to break out, something ridiculous happens? So, you know, it is one of those circumstances where, you know, it feels like the crypto market should be breaking out. Then we get hit by something like this, and the market just kind of dips. Now we're retracing. I mean, it hasn't actually affected the overall crypto market. I got the total market cap up here on the daily, and you guys can see, although we did see that yesterday we were moving down significantly, we are rebounding here with a small green candlestick at the moment. But guys, look at that volume. The volume is dwarfing yesterday's volume. So we are on a positive trajectory. President of the US launches meme coins and crashes the market. So here, Nick is just giving us some examples. Then we got a Melania coin, which also crashed the market. Then the market starts to rebound, and boom, Libra launches and rugs crashing the market. Over the last few days, we watched as Bitcoin chomped its way back to $100,000. And then ByBit gets hacked for over $1.46 billion. I personally see a lot of these events as manipulation. I feel like the sentiment is worse than the FTX and beer flu. The craziest part about that, though, is that Bitcoin is still at $90,000 plus, and a lot of alts are still at levels people wished they were a year or two ago. In my opinion, it feels like we are at that engineered point of the cycle where the whales and the big players determine what happens next. Markets don't top on frustration and depression. Remember that, especially when we start to see euphoria again. And guys, it will happen again, but I do want to kind of delve deeper into this hack. Good morning, crypto here, posting this. ByBit employee, when asked how many users were affected, well, I'll let him tell you.
I think one question is how many users are affected. I mean, to be honest, right now, everyone is affected, right? I think, you know, some of our retail.
Essentially, nobody was immune. And I guess I should probably take this opportunity to tell you guys, do not keep your cryptocurrency on an exchange for this specific reason. Keep your crypto safe in a cold wallet storage solution. I personally use the Ledger Nano. I do have an affiliate link in the description of the video. That is how you're going to safeguard your cryptocurrency, because you don't know if there's going to be another hack. I mean, I think it's more of a when than if, because hackers are always on top of the game. So, you know, you can use my affiliate if you want. You don't have to use it. You don't even have to use the Ledger Nano. But I'm giving you guys just this public service announcement here to let you know that this kind of thing continues to happen. And now this is the biggest one on record. So North Korea's Lazarus Group behind the ByBit $1.4 billion Ethereum hack. So this is now who they've identified as the culprits. Blockchain data platform Arkham Intelligence says that the North Korean state-sponsored Lazarus hacking group is responsible for swiping $1.4 billion worth of Ethereum and related tokens from crypto exchanges on ByBit on Friday. The connection to Lazarus was made via on-chain data that linked activity to previous attacks tied to Lazarus, a group that has been tied to numerous other industry hacks and exploits. The connection was made by synonymous on-chain sleuth Zach XBT, who has helped solve other crypto hacks in recent years. Here's a quote. His submission included a detailed analysis of test transactions and connected wallets used ahead of the exploit, as well as multiple forensic graphs and timing analysis. So that was coming from Arkham. And so they have now identified this as the Lazarus group. So now what are we to expect, guys? There's more information in this article. I will link it in the description of the video for you. So North Korea, the ByBit hack, officially the largest crypto heist, as I mentioned, 1.46 billion plus stolen and counting. Here's everything that happened. Okay, so some more things that we've found out over the last few hours. It started when Zach XBT reported suspicious outflows from ByBit totaling about $1.46 billion. And I mean, if we look at this point in the cycle, it would not make sense that this volume of cryptocurrency would be leaving the exchanges. Soon after, we saw METH and STETH being swapped for Ethereum on decentralized exchanges. Then the attacker got sophisticated, splitting 10K Ethereum to 39 different addresses, then another 10K Ethereum to 9 more addresses. And so here's just a graphic just showing you guys how that gets split up. Again, I link everything in the description of the video, so if you want to go over any of this, you can. What makes the attack terrifying? The hackers didn't break code. They broke the humans. Each ByBit multi-sig user saw a legitimate-looking UI from Safe showing the correct transaction, but they were actually signing to change the smart contract logic on their Ethereum cold wallet. So that is how it occurred. According to ByBit's founder, all signers saw the masked UI, which showed a correct address and the URL from the safe. However, the signing message was to change the smart contract logic to our Ethereum cold wallet. This is the next level social engineering that bypasses a multi-sig transaction. So that is, I guess, the frightening part now. Technology needs to be upgraded. So where are we now in this? Somehow this just skipped. So according to ByBit founder, all signers, okay, I said that already. The attacker somehow first identified every multi-sig signer, infected each signer's device with malware, made the UI show a different transaction that was actually being signed, and then got the signers to approve without suspicion. Cold wallet security just got redefined. So guys, this was an exchange, and cold wallet security, I'm sure, does need to be upgraded. The first step, to keep your cryptocurrency in a cold wallet storage solution. But then the best thing to do is to only connect that crypto wallet when you need to. I know even I have gotten fake messages from Ledger saying, oh, connect your wallet, or give me your phrase, or give me this, or give me that. Do not listen to any of these phishing attempts, because these are all hackers trying to get access to your cryptocurrency. I know, at least, if I have my crypto safe on my cold wallet storage solution, and if I just leave it alone and don't move it until I need to, well, I think that's your best bet. ByBit is solvent, even if the hack loss was not recovered. All clients' assets are backed one-to-one. So this was another statement here from another employee, Ben at ByBit. Let me play you this.
So, even if we are experiencing a bank run, which we already witnessed in the previous 2 hours, it's not an issue. We have enough tokens to give to the clients for withdrawals.
So that's actually pretty good to know. The fact that ByBit, a liquid exchange, they have the funds to secure and send to their clients if they do experience a bank run or a crypto run. Safe is now investigating, so Safe security team is working closely with ByBit. Down here it says, what's the wildest part? Well, withdrawals are still processing normally. ByBit claims only their Ethereum cold wallet was compromised, while their hot wallet, warm wallet, and other cold wallets remain secure. So if you guys were holding Ethereum, and if you were using the ByBit exchange, if you had Ethereum on the exchange, you better check your balances. Again, keep your cryptocurrency safe. Keep it in a cold wallet storage solution, not your keys, not your crypto. Interesting to note, Eric Wall here also posting, if you want to understand what happens to funds after they're stolen, here was another analysis from 2022, a report with the same group, North Korea and the Lazarus group. First, they swapped ERC20 tokens. So the exchange, stolen funds, they swapped all the tokens here, and I'm going to link this in the description of the video. Then number 2, from there, they moved all the tokens to decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. So mixing them up. Stage 3, movement of stolen funds after being swapped for Bitcoin. And you guys can see, there are services where you can actually mix the cryptocurrencies. So you take one and it mixes to a bunch of different other ones to try to obfuscate the funds. DPRK stolen fund stockpile, guys, now $170 million worth of old unlaundered cryptocurrency holdings. So this isn't the first time, and now they're identifying the same group doing this again. Step 3 is to cash out of Bitcoin to cash in the Chinese renminbi using Asian exchanges. This process can take years. They are in no hurry. And in 2022, it was noted how North Korea was still sitting on $55 worth of maybe $55 million worth of funds from hacks that happened earlier in 2016. So that is also interesting to note. Casey Taylor here also commenting, ByBit just delivered a masterclass in crisis communication after experiencing the largest hack in crypto history. The situation is still live, but they've already succeeded in calming the markets. And I'm actually quite surprised that we didn't see markets going down even further. Like I said, we have already been rebounding. And like I mentioned here, total market volume is up, even though we're not seeing that candlestick up by a lot. So here's Casey's analysis here. Immediate and personal response. We did get professional messages from the team over there at ByBit. Fast, transparent follow-ups. I'm not going to go over all this in detail, but I think you guys get the point here. Live stream facing the community instead of letting speculation and FUD run wild. This is exactly how you're supposed to do it, and they did it, and I think they were successful. Also, commenting on the fact that they can back everybody if there is in fact a run on the exchange, a bank run, I guess, as you call it. So wanted to thank Casey there, Eric Wall, and a few other people here, Gotham, along with Good Morning Crypto, Nick Crypto Crusader also, just for posting those. Now, I don't know, this is not confirmed. I was trying to look for this. North Korea has announced 1.5 billion strategic Ethereum reserve for the country. I think somebody's just posting a joke here because I was looking up the, I saw that actually before I knew there was a hack. So I was like, oh, did they really? And then I realized, no, wait, there was a hack and somebody's making a joke here. So obviously now people are poking fun. Is it too soon or is it ever too soon in crypto? Anyway, guys, that's what's happening there. Michael Branch also bringing this to our attention with regards to the US. They might be on their way to reclaiming its leadership in the crypto space with the US Senate Banking Committee gearing up for a hearing on bipartisan crypto legislation. So this is the latest news in the U.S. Banking GOP Committee's Digital Assets Subcommittee, chaired by Senator Lummis, is holding a hearing on Wednesday entitled Exploring Bipartisan Legislative Frameworks for Digital Assets. So coming up in a few days, so this is starting the week of, where does it say here, February 24th. That is in just a couple of days. Today, Chairman Tim Scott announced the following schedule for the week. And on February the 26th, Digital Assets Subcommittee hearing exploring the bipartisan legislative frameworks for digital assets. So guys, that is the latest and greatest. These are all steps in the right direction. We've got, the right president now in the White House. According to the announcement, Tim Scott, who's now leading the committee, has expressed strong support for the crypto sector, raising hopes for more constructive discussions this time. Industry representatives are also going to be in attendance. The session will be held in a hybrid format and will feature testimony from key industry figures, and it lists the figures there. Additional witnesses may be added to the panel ahead of the hearing. Discussions are expected to cover critical topics such as market structure, stablecoin regulations, and the potential creation of a Bitcoin reserve. So lots of interesting topics there that are going to be happening this coming week. So wanted to thank Michael for posting that, and of course Eleanor Turret for always keeping us up to date. And we recently did just get some brand new legal news in the United States with regards to cryptocurrencies. Smoke here posting this. Yes, Ripple versus SEC case is cited as one of the 5 major crypto cases that will reshape digital asset legislation in 2025. Let that sink in, okay? Because he's posted this document here. Cat in Crypto in the Court. So 5 cases reshaping digital assets. This was from a few weeks ago now. But I should point out, Ripple Labs is listed here as part of the, the precedent-setting case law that we're going to see as helping shape this U.S. legislation. So this legal battle has been pivotal in defining how U.S. securities laws applies to cryptos, specifically addressing the classification of digital assets. Since the case directly impacts framework, the outcome will provide clarity on compliance standards for tokens that will previously be in legal limbo. The fact that Ripple versus the SEC is being documented as a precedent-setting case means XRP will not only be legally scrutinized, but also serve as a reference point for how institutions and regulators assess digital assets moving forward. So that is very interesting, a new development there. The resolution of the case will make XRP one of the most compliant and institutionally accepted assets. Again, very good for us, guys. With clear regulations and U.S. XRP's role in cross-border payments and banking integration will strengthen as institutions prioritize assets that are legally sound and interoperable with regulatory frameworks. So the XRP Ripple case going to play an important role that has already been documented, on top of which King XRP sharing this with us, US Congress says XRP is what Bitcoin was supposed to be. But I don't think this is US Congress, unfortunately. I kind of wish it was. This is Bruce Tuchman, okay, clinical professor of finance at Stern Business School at the New York University. Tuchman is a clinical professor of finance. This is where he teaches fixed income and derivatives to undergraduates and MBAs. He ran research groups as a managing director at major investment banks for 15 years and recently served as the chief economist of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So he did work at the CFTC. And here's what he says about Bitcoin vis-a-vis the new technology that's coming out. Digital assets are going to be the future. Listen to this.
So 15 years ago it was that we had the first Bitcoin transaction in 2009. At that time, the paper that launched Bitcoin said the goal was a peer-to-peer version of electronic cash, so people could send money directly to one another without financial intermediaries. Okay, so we'll eventually call that real-time gross settlement. It means you just send one payment from one person to another without anyone in the middle. So that was the dream 15 years ago. If we look forward to what's happened today, look back now from 2024 over the past 15 years, payment systems have actually greatly improved. When I mean greatly improved, I'll talk about in terms of speed, convenience. Convenience is mobile phone because now so many payments are on the phone, and access, that people who don't have any access to the financial system or didn't now do. So payment systems have greatly improved, but it's with fintech and without blockchain. The only successful blockchain sortie there's been, sortie I mean a very small attack if you like, the only successful blockchain there's been in large-scale payment systems has been in cross-border payments.
And of course, the cross-border payments that I'm sure he's talking about are Ripple-related cross-border payments. So great clip here. I mean, basically saying it without saying it. Brad Garlinghouse, though, saying something interesting. Suffice it to say, as we know there are lots of impatient people, including me, the SEC has demonstrated a clear interest in moving on quickly from the failed regulation by enforcement policies of the last administration. He was retweeting out Jeremy Hogan's tweet that says the Coinbase case has now been dismissed with prejudice. So guys, that is the next piece of news that I wanted to bring up, meaning it cannot be refiled later, not even a settlement agreement with some minor concessions. I guess this SEC is not waiting for Atkins to be confirmed before making big crypto moves. So guys, this is a step in the right direction, especially for us XRP holders. I know it happened to Coinbase first, but hold on. Paul Gruel here saying, case dismissed, 2 words that every defendant in every case yearns to hear. Today we can announce upon full commission approval, the SEC is dropping our case. There will be no settlement or compromise. A wrong will simply be made right. We still have to work to do what we can, and we can't take our eyes off the ball, Legislation is critical to ensuring this type of unlawful behavior doesn't happen again. We won't stop fighting until we have clear rules of the road. I want to thank the amazing legal team at Coinbase and our lawyers, who he mentions there, who worked tirelessly on this misguided witch hunt. And thank you to Brian Armstrong and some other people here, and our board, who we got to change the playbook and how the public company has now responded. Now the United States can finally get back to doing what it does best, building innovative technology that improves the world. Brad Garlinghouse obviously congratulating them along with Tony Edwards, Sherry here as well, Meta Lawman, Wendy O, James Rule, Anthony Pompliano, so some big names here chiming in on this thread. I gotta say, this is a positive outcome. Jeremy Hogan even saying, this is the next step. Anders asking, do you think the SEC will drop or settle the Ripple case soon? Jeremy Hogan responding that he does, in fact, think that this is going to be the next step. And, Meta Lawman's going to take it even one step further here. Gary Gensler converted the SEC into a political weapon. The SEC has much work to do to restore its credibility. I believe it has the right leadership now to do so. Dismissing the Ripple case and releasing the IG report on Bill Hinman are essential steps in that rehabilitation. So he's saying, getting this a lot. When will the Ripple case end? My guess, he says, is the case will settle before Ripple has to submit its appellate brief on April the 16th. So, Meta Lawman here, guys, giving us a date. The Ripple situation is more complex than the crypto exchanges cases because the parties have to deal with the Taurus judgment and disposition of the escrow. So the escrow referring to the 125 plus million escrowed by Ripple for the judgment in the case, not the XRP escrow. So just to make that clear. D. Michaels here saying, doesn't seem that much of a stretch for SEC to withdraw the appeal and release Ripple's $125 million escrow to cover the fine. Could probably do it over a smoked old fashioned and some cigars. Meta Lawman here giving him the check mark. It certainly could, guys. This is the next step. Meta Lawman feels confident. So does Jeremy Hogan. So could we see this all be ancient news by April the 16th? And will we see XRP and the rest of the crypto market pick up? I mean, February's been a bit of a bummer, but that could all turn around, poof, in the blink of an eye. Let's see what happens. And for more information on what I'm doing this bull run, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. All my targets, all my trades. Going to be holding a live Q&A session Sunday, February the 23rd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's for my Patreon subscribers. If you want to pick my brain where I think targets are going to go next, when I think this next pump is going to occur. The euphoria phase is just around the corner. And please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.